So we are planning on going to Crater of the Diamond State Park in Arkansas tomorrow. And I'm hoping to find me a couple of these. And the only way I know how to do that, to do it well and make good use of our time, is to make a screen. So I'm making a homemade one. I don't have the free cash to just go spending $200, $300 on supplies because I've got a couple of kids and my wife, and so we're all going to want to use screens, so I'm going to make our own. So what I'm using here, as you may have already guessed, is a old bicycle rim, and I've cut the spokes out, removed the rubber tire, and then here I have a screen. Where we lived before, our windows had been replaced with solar screens, the ones that block out a lot of the sunlight, and so these were left over, and so I've cut this material and I am sewing it on to make a screen. To the principle behind it is you get your, let me see if I can say this right, your concentrated material, the one that has the big rocks already removed, and you shake it and work it in here so that you get all of the heavy diamonds. You know, I guess if there was gold or whatever, it would, or platinum, it would come down to the bottom too. But you get all the heavy dense stuff to go in the bottom and in the middle. So you shake that in real well, and then you flip it over, and so the diamonds should be in the center area on top. So that's what I'm making right here, and I'll take you through the process. The first step is to get it sewed on one side. Next I'm going to tighten it, roll it and tighten it here on this side and sew it in. And fortunate enough that my wife had this needle right here, which is just working great. It goes just right through the holes in the material without having to tear it or anything, and it goes through those holes, so it's working real well. This is yarn or string left over from the pull tabs of feed sacks. Okay, so I'm going to try and make my own screen, and tomorrow we hope that it's going to work well. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of as I work, and I hope to get rid of, I've noticed that I'm recording with a lot of light glare on my hands. Anyway, I've got the needle poked through the screen right there, and I'll show you basically what I do. So that one's already poked through. I've got, you know, you just tie off the end like you would on a normal sewing project, and I just want this to be as tight as possible. And then you're going to go through it a couple of times to give it some strength there. This is not, you know, high grade string or anything, but it will do the job. Just get it through some of the different holes each time. So that gets your first hold there, as you can see. I've rolled up this part here next to it again. If I can pick this up. And you want to pull it out this way. Line up with the next hole. About right there. Go through. Again, this is just what I'm doing right now, is just basically sewing. And again, you're just going to keep doing this all the way around. Alright, so I'll keep going and I'll bring you back once I'm starting to make some good shape to it and get it flattened out.
So my wife, who is a self-taught seamstress, came by and she went and got these clips for me to hold the screen in place as I sewed it around. So there, I've done that. Like I say, I'm doing about 2 or 3 loops per hole and getting different parts of the screen every time. And what I do first is just work it at the right angle to roll this up and then sew through multiple layers. Okay? So I'm going to show you one thing that I believe I learned right here toward the end, and that is I was going through here and then just going through the hole in the rim, and I think it's actually better if I go through this little bundle of screen a couple times first. I think that that'll end up giving me a better hold that's less likely to rip. So if you end up making one of these, that's my suggestion. Go around there like that, and then go around there one more time, come through, and then go through the hole. And I think that this little part right here will end up holding better. So I'm finished with it, and I'm not perfectly happy with it. It's not quite as tight as I'd like for it to be, but time will tell how it holds up and everything. That little tip that I gave you just a second ago, I'll definitely follow that if I do make a second one, which I want to do right now. Again, this is just made from a bicycle tire and a old screen. So your concentrate will go in there on this side. You'll shake it. You can watch some videos online on how to do that, and then flip it over and hopefully find a bunch of diamonds in the middle on top. Alright, thanks a lot. Wish us luck for tomorrow. We'll be putting those videos up as well. Thumbs up if you like this sort of thing. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a great day.